A whole minute is a whole person there. Anyway, I will talk. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Goddess of Light 1111. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscribers, welcome back. So, if you are just passing by, you happen to see this video, please don't pass it by. There might be some good information and, you know, that might help out the sister. So again, don't forget to might be helping a whole lot of people. But so thank you for to all of you that have been supporting my channel. Know all that I know that people are trying to blocking my channel, but I try to control what I can say or what I can say or what I cannot say. So I am going to continue. I thought like, maybe if I stop talking, maybe this will change for the better. Maybe this will make a difference. But I realized that, everybody have a say or what's going on in my life except for me. You guys can see me. I'm actually, you know, I am being blessed that I'm being able to be alive today, and surviving this to me is for me to stand and fight. So since everybody want to control my life and telling me that, if I do this, that, and a third, the boogeyman is gonna come after me, the whatever gonna come after me, family gonna control me, children is gonna control me, you know, um, everybody gonna follow me, all of this and things like that if I speak and stuff, unless I'm giving message for their family or their friends or, again, for, the dark coven or for whatever. So hold that thought. I felt like I went like 1,000 miles per hour already. So, Heavenly Father God, thank you so much for a wonderful and amazing day. I appreciate everything. So, I'm grateful for everything, for my many lessons and my many blessings. Thank you, my Lord Jesus, for another day, for allowing me to continue working, you know, to do the little bit of work that you had left, that to be a part of that journey. I know it's not easy. Even if I know it and if I know what exactly was going to happen, I probably chose the same thing. So thank you for the challenge. Thank you. So I appreciate it. I'm grateful for everything, the lesson, the blessings, the everything that's come with it. I am grateful for it. So thank you so much to everyone, the collective, that that might go on through anything, happy, joy, contentment, sadness, or or whatnot, knowing that God is also existing, God is alive, God is, He's the one, Jesus is alive. So let's continue to fight for, to cleanse out this world, to clean out the world, to make the world a better place. I know it is a hard thing to say, but it is, it is possible if we all put ourselves together, work as a unity, and not allowing to be led, but lead by example instead of to be a leader instead of being led. So thank you for to everyone, my children, my family, my mom, my dad. May all they find peace, healing, cleansing, purify themselves, and find love in their heart, not to letting manipulation take over their lives. So thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. I pray in Jesus' name that the earth angel chosen one, children that I seek there be healing, they find comfort, that knowing that God is the true living God. He's the one to adore. He's the one who will continue that to pray for anything and everything. Amen. So there's two of you here. You didn't stay for the prayer, so that's okay. Sorry, I look like that because there's a little spirit around that going around. You guys can see that, I have tried to stay away from, speaking, about, what's going on in my life because I am ready for new chapters in my life. And also that I know it is being a hard pill to swallow. First and foremost, I went to the website of government. Okay, sorry, I was reading something that someone sent me. Um, and I'm going to say this. Whomever that sent me, please don't send me things about Christianity or any church for that matter. I'm okay with God just the way we are right now. Unless there is somebody that can telling me that, that's gonna be publicly apologize to try to causing me physical harm and stuff like that. Don't talk to me about church. I do not hold any offense against nobody, no grudges, no hatred or nothing. But please don't send me any information about church. I have one. I am in a covenant with God. So, side note, I have went through the trials, the tribulations, perseverance, calamity, um, adversary, adversities, obstacles, challenges, pain, and anything else in that situation in my life. Um, I try to look forward every single day for my next second, my next minutes, my next hours, my next weeks, my next day, my next month, my next year. Throughout all of this, I still live in the now. I live in the now because I know that in life, we're supposed to stay in the present, which is that I live in the now. I'm living for the moment. So I do realize that what's going on in my life is an unfair situation. At this point, it has nothing to do with, spiritual awakening anymore. It has nothing to do with, like me being enlightenment and me being, any type of, spiritual things. This is about that you give, we receive, or we're gonna torture you. This is what is it about. So yesterday, for instance, Kelly Harford, lots of love coming your way. Hugs. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. The same to you. Thank you. Thank you. Yesterday I realized that, there's a little bit of, chaotic. I do live in like a chaotic surrounded me. People literally is following me and tracking me for energies, not because this is something that actually in the universal law nobody is allowed to take any more energies from me. So now since they are trying to tracking me to be overindulgence, they are trying to tracking me overindulging behind the scene and try to bully me either while I'm resting, while I'm sleeping, and then try to, projecting. I'm going to say trying to project in physical harm, which means that you felt like, but this is all manipulation. These folks want me to talk for their friends. They want me because they felt like they missed some type of opportunity in the past. So now they are trying to tracking me, following me, and then try to like, I'm not even going to say Ten of Swords anymore because it make no sense. That they know that they cannot hurt me, but they are projecting for me to feel like it's like you kind of feel like pain in your, you feel like pain in your back, like it's really severe. It's also like it is like really bad. Sometimes it's felt like, somebody light you up on fire, but there is nothing, there is nothing. So it's just kind of like project entities. But then and I remember that, I was talking to somebody, they were saying that, oh, uh, if you feel like that is because you have demonic and stuff like that. I'm telling y'all that, and I'm gonna say it right here while I'm on live, so that way that people know that I mean business. Respectfully, as an archangel and chosen one, anybody that's sending any demonic entities, any type of low vibrational into my vessel and stuff like that, I will have every single right, every shred of my light to shred them into pieces if they're coming into my vessel. You sending your money to spirit inside my vessel just to get information, or just to create havocs, just to create annoyances in my life, just to try to create conflicts or anything like that. I will terminate I will terminate them. Just like you try to send torment to make it look like I'm a bad person. I have done anything. I have done nothing, nothing wrong to anybody. But if you send any entities and stuff like that inside my vessel, I will defend it myself to the fullest, because the Lord know what's going on physically. They are past, they bypass it and stuff like that, because people sitting there like colluded. Okay, let me say before I say what I got to say. Someone literally, there was some, a fire extinguisher that goes out here, right? So, I was, making like the best. I don't eat meat a lot. I do not eat meat pretty much. So, but I was craving some wings. So I went to make my own. And, I make my own sauce and all that stuff. And I thought it was me, because I'm like, well, I have the fan on, I have the air on. So, forget about all that. But, you know, there was the fire extinguisher went out. The After the fire extinguisher went out, a man literally like opened my room, because there's a thing to put in the door. If you go out for the door is not locked. Literally, a man happened inside. He happened inside my room, literally, because he thought like it was. But I was like, nah, that doesn't make no sense. How you just come inside my room? But I realized that they were all standing. Those are one of those people that have been following me. I saw the truck had been following me for many days. And the reason that I know it is because what I do when people following me, stuff like that, they think like I'm dumb or something. But I do it that I will slow down. I will do, go into different lane and stuff like that, so I can see if they're following me and what their tag number look like. And I realized that I came in here, the same person and stuff like that was following me, his wife parking. He also come in that after, a few miles and stuff like that, he also pulling in here, parking in here. But the ice on top of the cake is the fact that, that's kind of hurt a little bit, because, and I'm not saying that, hurt to be in my feelings. It's kind of like hurt in a fear base, because the man literally bulldozed himself into my room, and then um, when I go outside, the reason that it make it creepy, when I go outside, I felt like he was more spying than just like pretend that he didn't know what he was doing. Because when I go outside, see, um, I do not speak Spanish, but I quiet understand the little bit of Spanish that I spoke, and I understand a lot more than I speak. He was standing up. There was like, I think, 4 or 5 other guys, and they asked him if it's her. he say yes in Spanish. So what I did that I closed the door. I told my son because the way he sat, he can actually he saw him also bulldoze himself into the room. It was kind of like scary. It was kind of like scary. So I went, I talked to the front desk, and and the minute he saw me, because he did not apologize when he saw me, when he told his body, yes, that's me. So what does that mean? What does that mean? People think like I just want to come in YouTube and talking, just for no reason, just because I don't have anything to do with my life, just because I have nothing to do with my lives. But I passed, I went the other side just so to see if he's there. Maybe he could have apologized there, but he did not. He told them who I was. And when I went to the front desk, the girl asked me who he was. The person asked me who he was. I pointed him out, and he saw me talking to the front desk. He come toward us using, and told that he said that, he mistaking my room for the door, but the door has a bar in it. The door has a bar in it. It doesn't have any numbers. There was a number on my room. There's number in my room. I don't know how you mistakenly that. I'm not saying you cannot mistaking that. I'm not saying that he didn't make a mistake, but it was kind of a bit creepy for him to tell them yes, that was me, because they all started looking at me. So you telling me, am I supposed to be thinking like this is safe for me? And then on top of that, you have a whole lot of people that don't know them from here or there, and I've already told the lady, I say, he's gonna say he opened my door by mistake. He thought that was the door. When he was translated, I told her that exactly what she's going to say. And when they translated, he used the translator on the phone. That was exact words that I told her. And he said, so am I supposed to be like sitting there be I'm just what they call me again? Oh, she's just delusional. She's just delusional. But then when I asked her what happened, she said, oh, it was somebody else that was cooking and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure there wasn't cooking. There was just, there was fumigating candles and things like that, and try to make, try to creating, whatever. I mean, this has to be like like I said, this has nothing to do with, spiritual awakening or enlightenment or higher level of consciousness or raising, uplifting. Has nothing to do with that. This is just a bunch of people that addicted, that jealousy, that envy, that is obsessed with me and stuff like that. And some of them pretending that they are trapping their head. They are trapping the head because they collaborated and colluded with the Queen of Swords, so that way that I can give information and stuff like that. So they are using manipulation. It's all manipulation they use for me. They use manipulation and stuff, that I can speak and stuff like that, because it seemed like the minute that I was saying, the minute that I say I was gonna, I don't want to say anything and stuff like that, here comes the bully. Here come more people tracking me. So now, mind you, I have not speaking for a couple of days, right? I have not doing anything for a couple of days. I chose to be rest. I have not doing anything. I chose to be resting, you know. But then he's the bully nonstop. And thank you for all of you guys that sharing love, compassion into this situation. And thank you for those of you that like the video. I appreciate it. Like I say, am I supposed to be afraid? Am I supposed to be heartbroken? Because yeah, I don't think you guys overstand that, and I don't think like the world knows that what is felt like, to be feeling like there is so much pressure on your back, like your back, your heart is about to be pop up out of your chest, you know, and somebody is like, I wish she had a heart attack while we hold on her back. While we hold her back, while we hold on her back, I wish she has a heart attack so that way that we can walk away. That way we can walk away. If I have a heart attack, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say it's stress, because the Queen of Wands that walk with the Four of Wands, that doesn't want me to quit, speaking about this, because they're using manipulation to bully me, because so that the Chariot can follow me. Because the Queen of Cups also have, they're also working with the King of Swords. They partner with the King of Swords to give me a ticket by forcing, they will bully me, forcing me, like if I'm driving, for instance, it doesn't matter if I'm going to the store or dropping my son off, their partners and stuff, for, for them to give me a ticket. They're gonna bully me, they're gonna come in and on my back, you know. So, which means that I have to consistently stay on protection mode. I have to protect myself, because they realize that they have been trying. The reason that these folks is unable to kill me at this point, is, how do you say, call of the hitmans, because I spoke on this on time. That was the things. And the funny part is, everybody just ha 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 ha. Everybody just laugh about this, because they know it's manipulation. They think they're gonna run to the sunset. Hey Nina, they think they're gonna run to the sunset with a whole lot of money if I die. But I'm not an idiot. I'm not the law. I don't know about the law, but I know God law. I know God commitment. I know if anything's happened to me, just like they say, you watch me, I watch you. I don't know who the King of Pentacles is, but unfortunately, people are trying to do underhanded stuff, keeping secrets for their friends, and then having their friends to tracking me, because everybody has plan with everybody. Everybody has plan with everybody to do one thing. This is about now that I get to speak. I get to speak about this, and then their friends, they try to bully me and then try to make it look like I did something wrong. You know what bothers me the most? Is the fact that they're allowed to involve government official in this manipulation for their financial gain. So they use government official just so they can receive money. And unfortunately, I'm not saying for the government official to receive money. I'm saying these people, because the group is trying to control what I do, the Queen of Wands is trying to control. The Queen of Wands is creating stalemate. Like I said, they are expect, something bad to happen first before they put it to rest. The funny part is I don't know none of these people. But do unto you what you want done to others. Because What goes around comes around. It is not a projection. It is not a manipulation. It is facts. You tried to hurt me. You tried to hurt me. I didn't do anything. Everything that these people projected on me, it's happened to them or to their friends. I had said it here. There is so many times that these folks is tracking me, try to follow me. Because it's just like the minute that, they want to try to bully me by, by speed up behind me or speed up in front of me, stuff like that, while their friends, while them again already collaborate for, for government official to, to give me a ticket and stuff, and then their friends get it. The ones to you what you want done to others. I know that my innocence is being preserved by the grace of God, and I'm not afraid to say that. Y'all followed me, tracking me, because the Queen of Wands playing games, because they collaborate with Libra, the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Chariot, the Nine of Wands. All of these people collaborate. They have one thing in common. And then they are obsessively spying for the Four of Wands. They want to play my game. They want to play a physical game. They also try to holding me back, try to tame me. It's like, okay, we need you to be patient and stuff. But then the patience is only to bully me. So, something can happen because that they try to say, oh, because you speak, that's the reason the chariot is following me. But that's not true, because I didn't do anything for the chariot to follow me. So which means that, so they polluted the air, they polluted the life of others, put other people's lives in dangers, just so they can appease their friends. So they're wasting their time. They, they're wasting their time, their energies, and resources, just so that they can control what I do in my life. So these folks shows their addiction. At some point, when I heard, people are say family, these people are not my families. I don't know these folks. They're not my family. They're right here. They're right here. They're not my family. So the friends of the partners, the person that coming in my room, they are the friends of the partners. So I are the one that bust into my room. Again, should I not be afraid? Should I not be scared for him to wait? So it doesn't, that somebody sent this man into my room, and then they're like, well, we're going to have the Queen of Pentacles to create a tower, So somebody coming into your room, right? After you've been told you got to leave where you stay at. You got to leave where you stay at, because we need you in being vulnerable so we can unalive you. You know that these people, they have a lot more set up than this. So they have conflicts going on here, and then they want me to leave to go outside, but it is like manipulation. They want me to go outside while they're creating chaos at nighttime, while they're creating conflicts at nighttime, using manipulation and stuff, at nighttime, and then they want me, creating burdens, conflicts, chaos, whatever. They want me to go outside, because they know that if I go outside at nighttime, that, they had a plan. And I'm pretty sure you all know what the plan is. I try to stay peaceful because I figured that if I stay, if I stay in a peaceful way, maybe everybody will realize that these folks has no intention because this is about money. They want me to give messages for their friends. Like I say, I do not give permission. I do not give permission to no low vibrational to come in into my vessel. I do not even give permission to even my ancestors to come in inside my vessel. So if I don't give permission to my own ancestors to come in inside my vessel, any low vibrational entities that anybody send into my vessel, they will meet with my Heavenly Father. They will meet with the wrath of my Father. I am really disappointed that I have to, go on through this atrocity. And for some people, they think it's funny. I spend all day here doing nothing. These folks chose to send in entities inside my vessel by projecting it because they don't come in on my throat chakra anymore because they don't want to hear me, coughing, so that they're sending like, things like that small but like poisonous. So what am I supposed to do? I do not say anything. I don't defend it myself. Um, I'm still being attacked. Whether I try to protect myself or not, whether I try to, you know, cleanse, or not, I'm still being attacked because these folks are obsessed. This is like jealousy. They're obsessed with the negativity of this situation. They're possessed of the negativity of this situation. And it's all about them receiving money, money, money. Instead of them doing the work for themselves, they want not to project things. They want to receiving money of this situation. So it doesn't matter what they do, how they get it and stuff, as long that they can causing harm in my lives, maybe other people, for them to receive the money. Because when I told you there's so many people are following me in a regular basis, it's not even for me. So many are tracking me, and we're not just talking about like, because they come with they come with their demonic entities. They come with like, what's bugging me the most? What bugging me the most, that I have to say that in Jesus lips to mine, is the fact that our brothers and sisters, the olives one, they lost their way. They lost their way because the Europeans sat behind the desk, sat behind the desk, while the olives one doing the dirty work for them. While our godly Israelite, the favors, the favorites one, the chosen one, are the one that doing the dirty work for their masters. I have one master. It's called our Creator, the Most High God, the one that created heaven and earth. That's my master. And it's a shame that you guys want to sitting there and tortured me, tormented me, and then telling me that, well, you need to be patient while we tortured you. You know, we're gonna bully you because we know you're not gonna be able to, you know, withstand that, and then you will have to speak so we can, so the world can speak, so we can receive money. So whichever way we go, it's a lose-lose for you, Natasha. Whichever way it goes, you know, whichever way it goes, it's a lose for you because we're gonna get ours. We're gonna get our money. That's the reason that we want you to speak. You know, that's the reason that we are bullying you. So if we don't turn us towards you, if we cannot turn us towards you, you don't have no choice but to speak about the fact that we're going to bully you until we get what we want. What you'll see, I put hashtag judgment, and I meant it. Because I've been guided to forgive, and I did just that. I've been guided to let go. I did that. I've been guided to focus on myself, but everybody wants to control me or what, and what I cannot say, what I cannot do in my life. And my 50 years old, 50, 50. That's my age. You'll think like you're gonna control me. $50 old, you want to still control me, what I can and cannot do in my life. You push me to live in a hotel like a homeless person. But then you want me to give messages for you. You control when I sleep, what I can eat, what I cannot eat. And then on top of that, you try to causing me to be having physical pain. And then while you're being guided me, you'll be like, well, slow down. I know who's God, you know, luxury lifestyle, who doesn't? Because the peasant don't. That's the reason that, you know, they won't pay for to transfers, you know, poison entities or whatnot, doing freezer spell. Your God, you're keeping, you know, you're keeping people in a leash like animals. If I had done something wrong, I promise you, I will be very worried that you try to bully me every single day by playing my game. You'll try to hide. That's the reason that you'll keep creating chaos at nighttime for me to leave. Even if I don't have a sleepless night, good sleepless night, I still try not to worry about it because I make peace with chaos. I make peace with drama. I make peace with whatever else you try to do. I went through it all because of y'all. You need to go sit somewhere. Because the pain that I felt, you're doing that because you want me to speak for you to receive money. You're only doing that so you can receive money. That's why people come in and see what I got to say and then they leave. That's why you control my electronic. I come in here well aware what's going on because I know chances are everyone get theirs at the end. You wanted me to be stuck. You wanted me to be stuck, trapped mentally. Why I tried to send in entities inside my vessel? Because you're trying to figure another way to steal energies. If you don't think like I will call judgment and stuff to get my energies, to get anything that took away from me, that belonged to me, to return back to me. Genuinely, you better think again, because I realized that there is a lot of corruption into this. There was a lot of underhanded into this. There was a lot of behind the scene. Since I don't know y'all, y'all not thinking anything's for me, because I do not owe y'all anything. And by the way, if I go driving, if I drive, I do any work, and stuff like that for anybody, you don't have no right and stuff like that to come in and after me because of that, because this is not free. My time, my energies, my car, my gas, what I spend and stuff like that is not free. I am not an imbecile. I don't choose, one thing about me. I do not have addiction personality, that's a good thing in my life. But when y'all chose to come in on my back, as above, so below in 3Ds, you're in your low vibrational and stuff like that, you better know that you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. This was a spiritual awakening, a lesson for you guys. When I woke up today that, I saw 707, I was like, oh my God, another lesson. But I realized that you guys want to repeat a lesson. And I'm going to ask my Heavenly Father for you guys to find another way to get the lesson, because you're not listening, and I'm not going to keep being bullied because of y'all. Whichever, if I stay on this, that's my loss. If I stay in the negativity and try for you guys to learn a lesson, that's my loss. I should be able to celebrate life, live my goddess life the way I'm supposed to, live my empress life the way I'm supposed to. Whether it's around or not around people, you guys have no reason to come in and bully me. You guys have no reason to come in after me. You guys have no reason to come in and take anything away from me. You guys have no right to do anything like that, because I stay in the upright. I stay in righteousness, and I live a life of purity, regardless of what I do in my life. Regardless what I do in my life. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm not going after anybody. I'm not, bullying anybody. I'm not gossiping about anybody. I'm talking about what's going on in my life. True in facts. People want me to be afraid. People want me to live in fears. People want me to live, under, high under the bed, but the boogeyman might be under the bed. So high under the bed, high in the closet, don't do nothing. Don't, you can't go. What you say or do is limited. What you do in your life is limited, because in the past, we was able to control you. We was able, but by using manipulation and playing my game, by hiding, by doing all of this extra stuff. That's the reason we put you under scrutiny. That's the reason we watch you under scrutiny. That's the reason that, we put camera to watching you, and we making sure that we have backup, because we have, we have the emperor, we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the king, blah, 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 we have the queen, blah, blah, blah. We have everybody that we can think of on board, because they don't have to live their lives. They live for you, because all they're doing and stuff, they just want to making sure that you stress, worry, depressed, having anxiety, which is that, you're gonna have to be sad. As long you sad and stuff like that, is a bonus point for us. As long that, we can try to give you a heart attack, is a bonus point. As long you talk and stuff like that, is a bonus point for us, because we will keep the shenanigan going and stuff. We'll keep the addiction going. We'll keep the obsessive, personality going. Whatever that is, we think that is going to be worse for you, we're gonna keep it going. And thank you for those of you that like the video. I appreciate it. But people need to know that there was no reason for me to sitting there have to be led to for me to be caused physical pain for justice to be served. I shouldn't have to wait for literally people causing me harm for justice to be served. And I say that to the universe, because I've been in the upright when this, I know it's a spiritual awakening, I saw, and a part, and I've done the part that is spiritual, that, so now I'm being manipulated literally to be in some type of third party relationship, which is that's the other plan. And then they're gonna blindfolded me. So to be in some type of, I guess, polyamorous relationship, and then, but it will be like almost like I end up, being with somebody that's already been in a relationship. They will be like, oh my gosh, she's in a third party relationship. We need to, we told you, this is like, I guess, put me to shame or tarnish my reputation. You're going to have to wait for a very long time for this. You're going to have to wait for a very long time for this, because I don't think you'll understand the promise that I make for myself with God. You're gonna wait for a very long time, especially if you're trying to cause me physical pain. You wanted me to be in some type of relationship. When I decided that I wanted to lead by example, is that once I have children, that I made a promise to myself, I will not do things that I know that's going to lead me get in trouble with the law. One thing about me, if anybody try to put me in a situation and think like I'm going to end up in a third party relationship, polyamorous relationship and stuff, I promise you, if that happen, there will be nobody will be able to hold me down without sue anybody. Because if you are in a relationship, you should be open your mouth to say that I'm a backstabber, cheater, I'm in no good, lying for nothing, so this is who I am and stuff like that, and I trick you into this. That will be what they're saying. And I will be laughing all the way to the bank, because people need to be honest with themselves. So if that's your plan and stuff like that, that's a really an epic fail. If you're trying to manipulate any of my children and stuff like that, try to collaborate, having contract with them, that's on them. They're at the age and stuff like that. Guess what? I make peace with whatever happened in my lives. Because people come into your lives because of money. Because of money. Nobody coming into, in the money that I don't have. People try to control me for it. I have made peace with life. I stay here, that I don't do nothing, that whatever people tries to do in my life, the suffering is me that will be suffered. If I go somewhere else, if I go try to go somewhere else and try to get work done, they are collaborating with each other to, for control and stuff. Because these people feel like they are invisible to whom? You invisible to yourself. You ain't invisible to the law. You're not invisible to God. But I forgot most people that pray to Jesus, they use Jesus' name in vain to commit most of the crime anyway. You know, I know that things change, right? I know things change. Here you go, 5-5 in here. I know things change. Um, and I know that I actually make a difference. It's not a bragging right because you can barely see it. You can barely see it. I know that there's a lot of change, that have been made since I've been, since I actually been speaking in this, and which is that, you know, I am grateful for. I'm grateful for and thankful for. So I can even imagine, I can even imagine how anybody could possibly go through all of this that I went through from the past, 5 years and survive. You see, I don't even put the rest of the years, but to the past 5 years. And thank you guys again for like the video. Again, that's the only way other people can watch it or see it or whatnot. So that is up to it's up to YouTube, I guess. Because even if people try to controlling even if people try to controlling my electronic, they cannot try to controlling they cannot try to control my YouTube channel. So that again, that's up to YouTube. But what I was saying is that things change tremendously. It's not a bragging right. And it's kind of tiring because I felt like nobody should have to telling me that, oh, you're not allowed to give spiritual messages, but we're gonna bully you to give spiritual messages that for our friends or our family or our neighbor or our blah blah blah, but you're not allowed to do it yourselves. That's what I say. This lesson is it make no sense, but I know this is a lesson. If I'm not going to give spiritual messages to helping people, why should I telling you? Why would why do you want to bully me for me to give spiritual messages? Because I know that's what you guys was expected me to do, to give spiritual messages for your friends, or at 10:55, yeah. So basically, yeah, a lot of change. So everybody want they have some type of contractual agreement. They have a contract. You know what I can and cannot do. Again, I think you're trying to control the wrong archangel. You're trying to control the wrong chosen one, because I'm not it. I'm not it. And I truly do not care. I truly do not care about like these informants. I do not care about them anymore, because the fact that they kept secret about there was a man that coming in my room, bust into my room, I do not care no more. I know that he kept secrets. The fact there was a man, they kept secrets. There was the fact there was a man coming in my room, and they try not to say anything. They kept it a secret. Shouldn't you be afraid? Should anyone be afraid? Even when I was coming in here, even when I was, I coming in here, I was like, you know, and I can say that, and for those that are actually genuine, donate or cash up or anything like that, I am grateful for that. I am really, really, really grateful for that, that actually send me cash up, or, or with genuine, or other people and stuff, that actually giving to the channel. I appreciate it. But for other people that try to, like, oh, I'm gonna give you, this to cause this and stuff like that, like you don't know this going to be, so you have a negative intention to give somebody something and stuff, it's gonna return back to you. Because even if I'm genuinely return it back to you, bless you with it, but God is not gonna grant it you that, because you will try to hurt me, or you will try to, cause me some type of harm with what you gave. And even if nobody gave me anything, I still say thank you, because I know that how the universe work. The little bit that I know how the universe work, that I'm blessed, I'm blessed, and I'm thankful for that. So that's what I'm not ungrateful for anything, anybody, even if you have a negative intention towards it. And that's why I receive it with grateful gracefulness. I will find my way. But right now I have really, I just want people to know that a cycle closed. Move on with your life. Find your own off. Find your own, there is so many things, you can do in your lives. And, a whole lot of these people are old enough. You know, the world is not that, the world is not, is, how you think. It's not that black and white. Excuse me, guys. That was a message come out. The world isn't that black and white. How you think, like, oh, you're not gonna get what you need because it's your age, or you have to get it from somebody. When you decided that you wanted to give up on your life for is focus on me, by focus on the negativity, by doing witchcraft, black magic, projecting this, projecting that, doing this, doing that, following, tracking, doing all of this extra, obsessive, spying, when you chose to do that and stuff, like that's when you lose your life. And when I say you lose your, not your life, that's when you lose yourself, because you stop living your life. Your main focus is on me. your choice to not living your own life by focuses on me. Because if I had did anything to anybody, even like the people that call themselves psychic, which or whatnot, even them and stuff, like if I have did anything to you know I want to be alive today. And thank you guys. If you just show up, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. But I like the five though. The five is about change. So see, I took any type of negativity, I turn it into positive. So thank you so much to all of you that have been here with me. You know, that I can telling you guys that I have to continue defending myself if that's what it's going to take, because I'm not going to, again, people try to making me afraid, people wanting me to be scared, people wanting me, people want me to be scared and afraid of living my life. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue to live my life the way God want me to live. I'm not going to keep focused on the negativity of the past. I know the past, I know that it's not gonna go away, but that does not mean that if you are anybody that want to leave the past, you're not gonna keep bullying me, stalking me and tracking me and try to causing me to have, pain and heart attack, or, try to like coming on my back, or try to making me afraid, or try to planning unalive me, or try to projecting you wish that happened, or y'all can walk away and stuff like that. Because we know that we know what you guys are doing is wrong. The world know what's going on is wrong. Even if people keep it a secret, they still know what's going on is still wrong. Because the fact that people try to hold on my back, they try to control me, they try to control not me, but my destiny or my path. I promise you that. That's my own thing. That's my own thing. Queen of Wands, you do not get to control what I do in my life. You do not get to control my path or my destiny. We're not family. We're not friends. I don't know you. We don't have nothing in common. So if you think you got the law in your pocket and stuff like that, bring it on. Because I'm not going to let nobody keep bullying me and tortured me and tormented me to making sure that, because you think like you got friend in high places. I do too. And it's called God, my creator. And there was no better higher power than that. There was no higher places than that. So you living for 3D, I live in 6D. I didn't have to defend it myself. I didn't have to defend it myself and protect it myself. The minute that you started manipulating my children to create conflict so I can stay up all night and stuff like that, I know that I prepare that whether I die or not, I am the only one that I got. I got me. I got me. The day you're choosing, almost 5 years ago. I was never angry or mad. The fact that I know they were creating conflicts. I know that you guys was manipulated down, creating, doing magic or spell work because they are broken. not from lack of love, but from having father issues. I will lay down for my mom. She don't know I will lay my life down for her. But I know it's not the same. Everybody chose what is important to them. So I realize now I got me. I got me. Everybody in the support system that I have in this world right now, this is about expecting to receive something or get something. There was no genuine in it. Because I know the Queen of Swords know if I talk with the Page of Swords, she's gonna have me being tracking. They're gonna follow me. I'm well aware of that. Because that's what they are using, manipulation. But they're not even there. They're doing that because out of manipulation, obsession, addiction, because they want me to continue in the negativity. They want to continue be the one who telling my story, you know, like they say, entertainment purposes. But what they enter in their mind is from entertainment is that the negativity of a situation that's supposed to be over, the negativity of a situation that's supposed to be over, a cycle closed. We have the wall, you know, we have people try to bully you because you defended yourself, because you try to protect yourself. And then they say, it's for entertainment. There was nothing entertainment about somebody try to unalive you and try to bully you and try to creating conflict, worry, stress, anxiety for you to have mental health issues. There was nothing entertainment about it. That's why I made peace. The truth might be heard, but the facts is real. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for those of you that are being with me. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. Sending love and light. I'm gonna leave this here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video and put your thumbs on there. Thank you so much for all. Thank you. I appreciate it.